Dan, there seems to be a lot of momentum in the last couple of days with some of these major countries around the world moving towards a recognition of the Palestinian state. What is behind that momentum, and how much pressure will it actually enact on Israel?
Well, this conference was planned well in advance by a number of countries really exasperated, worried by the conduct and the direction of the Gaza war. This war is now almost 22 months old, and I think even Israelis would confess at this point that whence the war is going is a matter of an open question. It appears to have abated to a degree while the Netanyahu government weighs whether to conquer the entire Gaza Strip or perhaps change its own demands for a ceasefire with Hamas standing firm. It would appear that a number of Western countries are stepping into that breach by offering what they hope would be their own solution. Now, Israel has written this off with the support of the United States. It says that a premature recognition of a Palestinian state would effectively reward Hamas for launching this war with the October 7th attack. It's worth noting that none of the plans presented by these Western countries as part of their vision of Palestinian statehood really gives details about how they would do away with Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Hamas also has support in the West Bank. The Israelis, however, do not have a plan of their own for what the day after a Gaza war, even if that war would be won by Israel, would look like. So there really is an impasse here, and I think the Western countries involved in this would say they have to save the two-state solution. This is something that's been talked about for decades. It's been moribund for around a decade, and now it really appears to be at death's door with widespread destruction in the Gaza Strip and really a polarization of both societies.
And there are reports overnight that the special envoy to the region, Steve Witkoff, is heading to Israel, presumably to analyze the humanitarian situation on the ground. What do we know about this potential upcoming visit?
Indeed, his office has confirmed he's coming here. There's very little detail. Witkoff is not just involved in humanitarian arrangements for Gaza, he's also involved in ceasefire talks. Those ceasefire talks that Israel withdrew from, at least provisionally last week, given what Israel and the United States described as intransigence by Hamas hardening its positions, its demands for a ceasefire. It's very possible that Witkoff is coming for a consultation with the Israelis, perhaps a last-minute consultation, before they launch what they have hinted could be a final push into areas of Gaza as yet unconquered in an effort to destroy Hamas and retrieve hostages, even if such military action puts the living hostages at risk of death or injury. There is an impatience here within Israel with the situation, also an impatience in the United States, and again, a sense that Hamas has simply been emboldened by the recent diplomacy abroad.